3 races to go. Hello everyone and welcome back guys to round 10 of the F2 2019 Mick Schumacher career mode, where today we're here for the Italian Grand Prix. And yes, it's been a while since we last raced in this series, but really looking forward to trying to get in and just obviously finish this series on a high. Now obviously if you guys are new around here, do get yourselves subscribed as well. Obviously hit the like button if you go on to enjoy this video. And yeah, I'm ready. Let's just jump straight into this then. Round 10 of the championship. I can't believe we've only got Monza, Russia and Abu Dhabi left to go, but I'm really excited. Let's jump straight in then. It's time for quali. So here we are for qualifying then for the Italian Grand Prix. Really excited to be jumping in to this one, and I've instantly gone and clicked the wrong button. We'll gloss over that. That never happened as well. You can tell I haven't played this game in a while, can't you? But we will load the car setup. I'm forgetting all the buttons that I've got to press here on F1 2019. This will only bode well as we get ready for the race. But yeah, hopefully we can have a good qualifying ahead of us. Qualifying hasn't been our strongest point in the Mick Schumacher career mode. I think we've only had 1 or 2 pole positions all season long here, but we're ready then, and it is lights out and away we go for the one-shot qualifying here at the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza, down in towards someone at 206, 207 miles an hour, trying to avoid the rear lock-in there. We do get the back end tries to snap out, but we keep it pointing just about in the right direction. There are a huge amount of wheel spin on the exit as well, so that's not been the best first couple of corners we could have had in the world. Hubert leads the way as we head up in towards turn 4 there. De Vries now up into the lead of the qualifying session here. Hopefully we can try and close back down this gap as best as possible here as we head through the first of the Lesbos. They're getting very wide on the exit there, and you can see Giotto just starting to pull a bit away from me as we head down in towards probably the highest speed area of the circuit, or at least it's very close between this and turn 1 here. Breaking down in towards the Variante Ascari there, take as much curb as possible through both parts there. Just modulate the throttle on the exit so the back end doesn't try to snap out on you there, and you can see De Vries is still a long way up the road as we head down in towards the final corner here. In towards the final turn there, can we get a good run out of the final corner here? We got on the power nice and early, but it's not going to be a particularly strong qualifying at the end of the day there. It's P10 if I'm not mistaken in the end there, so we just about snuck back up inside the top 10 there. But De Vries, he'll take 4 points out of me as we get ready for the Grand Prix there.
Tomorrow, but before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top 3, which are De Vries, Latifi and Luca Giotto. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the feature race tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
So Nick De Vries then is on the pole position, ready for the F2 Monza Italian Grand Prix. Nicolas Latifi joins him on the front row ahead of Giotto and Hubert. There, a very good qualifying session by him. Delatraz in 5th, Joe, Matsushita, Sete Camera, Aitken, and then myself rounding out the top 10 there. Just 0.3 of a second off pole position. But hopefully we can just get a good start. Everyone bar Raghunathan inside 1 second of pole position here. But hopefully we can get a good getaway and see where we end up. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix.
Welcome everybody to the heart of Italian motor racing, Monza. We're here with Formula 2 for what ought to be an extravaganza of excitement and action. Let's head to the start line and get underway. Monza is situated 12 miles northeast of Milan. It's 3.6 miles long and offers 11 corners. 7 of those are chicanes, putting a premium on good braking stability and traction. With a good slipstream plus the 2 DRS zones available, there should be a number of good passing opportunities on offer. Alongside me today, I'm delighted to welcome back to the commentary box the 2012 GP2 champion, Davide Valsecchi. There looks to be a challenging race ahead of the drivers today, Davide. With that in mind, what are you looking out for today?
Well, Alex, I want to see how the drivers at the back of the grid are going to roll down. They'll need to make an impact in the early stages, and they're probably hoping for a bit of luck at the start. We may see some bold maneuvers out there today.
Let's look at the grid order for today's race while the cars make their final preparations. Nick de Vries starts from pole position today, edging out Nicholas Latifi, who will start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Giotto, Hubert, Louis Delatraz, and Joe, Matsushita, Sete Camara, Aitken, Mick Schumacher, King, Boccalacci, Sean Galeo, and Mazepin, Ilott, Correa, Alesi, and Ralph Bosch, Calderon. Mahavir Raghunathan starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
You can run side by side into the Rettifilio, but don't brake too late on these cold tyres or you will hit someone.
So here we are then on the grid, ready for the F2 feature race here in Italy. Very, very excited to be jumping into this one. Only a 23-minute race ahead of us, so this is probably going to be a very, very short one, but not starting quite where I wanted, so we're certainly going to have to try and make progress in the opening couple of laps. Now, can I remember how to hook up a start in these cars? We will wait and find out. 5 lights and it's lights out, and away we go then. Not much time being wasted off the start of this Italian Grand Prix, though. We haven't got off to a particularly good getaway there. You can see Galeo, my teammate, straight around the outside there. A bit of contact as we head down in towards turn 1 there. Boccalacci going for the full send as we head through the first couple of corners there. A little bit of contact, actually getting tagged from behind. Not too sure who that one was from. I'm guessing it was Bolshung, who's now slotted in just ahead of us there, but not the start that we needed to this Italian GP's feature race here. Bolshung going a bit defensive. Galeo trying to give me the squeeze. We get over the grass, and we got all kinds of loose. Don't get collected. And we're now towards the... well, we're completely at the rear of the field there. Galeo just gave me a squeeze over the grass there, and that was not what we needed at the start of this Italian Grand Prix here. And, yeah, to the rear of the field now. Now we really need to push there and try to salvage anything. We can't afford to start choking this title with just a few rounds to go. Now we have to fight. Bolshung has already dropped out of this Grand Prix, and it hasn't taken us long before we're all over the back of the rear of the field once again there. But rather worryingly, already looking at the track map, there is a big divide between, I'm guessing, about P11, so really already we're probably asking for a safety car in this race there. Come on, Calderon, get on it. Already going defensive, not too sure why. Around the outside into the first Lesmo? No, we're going to completely slam the door shut. Calderon giving no room whatsoever there on the exit of the first Lesmo. Not too sure what I've done to upset her before this Grand Prix, but we'll gloss over that. We'll have the DRS, and we'll be down the inside, thank you very much. Give you a bit of a squeeze. No idea what that was all about. The AI clearly want to see Nick de Vries as the 2019 F2 champion, because they're trying to do everything within their power to screw me out of it at the moment. But we're up into P18 then. We're starting to make a bit of progress in this race. Giotto fastest lap. Everyone's setting the fastest lap at the moment as they're all in that slipstream train. At the final corner we go though. What times are we going to do in terms of representative? A lot slower, but we did set up our final sector. Into the slipstream of Raghunathan as we head out of Ascari there. A big fishtail on the exit, but we need to get past the MP Motorsport driver as quickly as possible here. We're in the slipstream. There's a lot of battling going on just up the road. We're going to go full send up the inside through the final corner there, and we're now up into P17 of the race. Next up is Giuliano Alesi and my teammate Sean Galeo, who forced us both into this position at the beginning there. The team already want me to dive into the pit lane here. Not too sure, they might be a bit early to be going for it there as everyone gets bunched up on the inside there. We're going to try and look around the outside of a Lacey in all the commotion. Try to get the power down on the exit there. Dipping a wheel actually on the grass on the exit of turn 2. But we get the power down. And we're now up into P16 of this race. We need Correa and Galale to get out of the way as well. In towards the second chicane. Galale parks it on the apex there. We need to get past my teammate. I would have thought we would have tried to work together in this series. Galale's probably going to do exactly what Calderon did, yes. So we're going to bail out of that one. Can we get the run on the exit? Come on.
I think the effects of the tyre deg are going to kick in soon. We should be alright for the time being.
We'll try and get past Galale here.
Slippery out there.
Up the inside. Just a little bit later on the brakes. But we get it slowed down nice and tidily through Ascari here. Now, do we dive into the pits on the end of this lap, or do I try and take it one lap longer here? I'm not too sure, in all honesty. It appears that most of the top AI are trying to go for one lap longer, but we'll do whatever Correa doesn't do. Correa stays out, therefore we... Oh, got 37, isn't it? We shall therefore dive it in to the pit lane here. Got a Lacey coming in right behind us as well. Hopefully with a bit of luck, a couple of cars will get held up. Not Boccalacci though, unfortunately. Can't quite stay out ahead of him. But dive it into our pit box we go. Keep the revs dipped. Well, basically foot to the floor. And away we go. 5.7 second stop. We do stay out ahead of a Lacey there. But we've got a lot of work to do. I think this race is probably just going to be damage limitation. And then trying to pick up any amount of points we can in the sprint race. Out of the final corner once again, then you can see down towards turn 1. We should be back up where No, I was about to say Draguna surely hasn't got the undercut on me. But Correa just out in front of us. He's going to try and come across us through turn 1, but we're going to get round the outside and muscle our way past him. We're now up into P14 of this race. I mean, if we could get up to about 10th, that would be wonderful, but I don't think it's really going to be possible here unless we see either some retirements or a safety car. But P12, ooh, let's make a bit of a mistake through the second chicane. P12 should be on the cards. Mazepin just trying to be a bit wary of us as we head in towards the first Lesmo here. I need to try and get past these guys as quickly as possible as we head out of that next couple of corners there. Can we get a bit of a run down in towards Ascari here? It doesn't help, obviously, the Mazepin's got the slipstream off. We might have to go for a bit of a send. No, not quite close enough that time round, or not quite brave enough on the brakes even, I should say. Big snap of oversteer on the exit though. Things you do not love to see when you're trying to get the power down at 100 miles an hour. Down towards the final couple of corners. That's one place the AI are definitely much weaker on the brakes. Someone's taken our fastest lap away from us once again. But we need to try and get a run and get past these two because I can't afford to spend much time behind them. Lost a second of that lap, stuck behind him there. Ilot's going defensive on Mazepin. He's still looking to the inside. Ooh, bit of a lock-up from Mazepin. This is brilliant racing though, I must say. Try and get the power down on the exit. And again, not quite there enough. Might be able to get a bit of a run though. Ilot's slowing down just a bit there. There's everyone's moving around at the moment. We're going to have a look down the inside of Mazepin as well. If we can get past both of them, I'll take it. And we have made the move work. And we are up into P12 of the Italian Grand Prix there. That got a little bit close for comfort, I'll be honest. But we will take it. Next up, if we can, is Boccalacci. Yellow flags out on the run towards turn 1 there. I wonder who's struggling. It appears, I think, it's Guan Yu Zhou is out of this Italian Grand Prix there, so not what he needed. Safety car, yes! That's exactly what we needed, though. That'll bunch up the field. Perfect. Oh, baby. This race is now back on. We can try to sneak back up inside the top 8 now. We've been given a lifeline. Thank you, Guan Yu Zhou. That is exactly what we needed here. He's given us a lifeline. Oh, let's make a bit of a mistake through the second chicane there. But we need the field to be bunched up, and now, if we can sneak ourselves back up into the top 8, I will be incredibly happy here. This is so perfect. I hope it's so perfect.
This lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
This lap then, we need to try and get up to Jack Aitken in that P8 position here. We've been given a lifeline thanks to Guan Yu Zhou, and we need to absolutely take it. 3 laps to go of this F2 feature race here in Monza. I'm so excited to be getting this back underway, but we need to not make any mistakes like we made off the start of the Grand Prix here. First up on the old hit list will hopefully be Dorian Boccalacci here as we're getting ready to resume racing once again through the final corner here. Watch out for the cold tyres as best as possible there. Pin it down on the throttle. It looks like instantly we've got a good run on Boccalacci here. It's green flag racing once again. The timing line, there we go. Now we can get past them. They're beautifully timed, if I do say so myself. That everyone ducking into the slipstream on the run down towards turn 1 there. Jeff clearly happy with that move as well as we head through turn 1 there. We've got De Vries and Sete Camera going at it as well here. And like I said, now we're back up into the points, but we need to get up to 8th place between now and the end of the Grand Prix. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to have DRS for 1 lap right at the very end here. But everyone getting so close together as we almost drop the back end on the braking in towards the second chicane there. A big lock-up on the front left there, but we did manage to hold on to it that time round. Oh, just tyres struggling to get up to temperature still. As we head through the next couple of corners here, can we try and get closer to Jordan King here? I mean, it's damage limitation, but De Vries isn't that far ahead of us. It wouldn't be impossible to out-finish him in this race after everything that has gone on there. Aitken's gone for the full send on Matsushita as well there. No idea what that's all about. We'll try to capitalise there, get at the inside of Jordan King there. And we're now up into P9 of this Italian Grand Prix here. Matsushita, next car up the road. Hopefully we can try and get past him on the run towards turn 1 there. But Aitken is looking feisty all over the back of De Vries as well. At the final corner we go. Can we get a bit of a run on Matsushita here? It's looking quite close. DRS hasn't been enabled just yet, so we're all just in the slipstream train at the moment as Aitken tries to have a look around the outside of De Vries here. We're just going to brake early in this one. Try to have a look actually around the outside of Matsushita. No, slams the door shut on the exit of turn 1 there, so we can't quite get the power down. And we will slot back down into P9 at the moment. We need P8. Don't need anything more than that, but I certainly need P8 in this race there. De Vries just actually looking like he's under a lot of pressure at the moment from Matsushita. I'm not too sure what is wrong with that car there, but as we head down, I think he might have a bit of damage. I wonder if he's got damage here. He's going very defensive and struggling a lot with the understeer here as we make just a tiny bit of contact with Matsushita's rear end there. So could we potentially, after everything that's gone on in this race here, still outscore De Vries there? Matsushita gets around the outside as we head down in towards Ascari here. De Vries is going to try and keep the nose in there. So Matsushita does hold it around the outside though. We need to try and get past De Vries as best as possible here. We've got a much better run. Look at that. Off the exit of the Ascari chicane there. Has De Vries got damage? It doesn't appear so. He just seems to be really struggling to get those tyres back up into the operating window there through the final corner. We're now up into P8 of the Italian Grand Prix here. Sete Camera, fastest lap of the Grand Prix there. Are we going to have DRS? Yes, we are for one final lap of this Grand Prix here. Can we jump Matsushita as well as we head down towards turn 1 there? He's going to go defensive. We're going to slot back out to the outside in towards turn 1 there. Pretty even under braking there. Matsushita takes a lot of curb on the inside there, so we're able to slip around the outside, and we're now up into P7 of the Italian Grand Prix here. And De Vries, he's outside the top 8, so although he might score a couple of points still, he won't get reverse grid in his favour there. Jordan King now slots up into P8. No idea what is going on behind us here. We take a lot of curve. Getting very, very loose on the exit there. Somehow keep it pointing in the right direction. Jordan King tries to look around the outside there, but we do slot in just ahead of him once again here. So it looks like it's going to be defensive down in towards Ascari this time around. They're trying to get the power down as best as possible here. We can afford to lose the one place to Jordan King, but we cannot afford to lose any more here. We're going to have to go defensive, park it in the middle of the road there. King now has a look to the outside, but we're just about late enough on the brakes there. Now we've just got one more corner to go here of the Italian Grand Prix. Has King got a run? Not particularly this time around. Where has De Vries dropped down to in order this? It looks like he's under pressure. He might not even score points in this Grand Prix there, but through the final corner we go. It wasn't looking like it was going to be my day, but you've always got to be in it to try and take anything out of these races. At the final corner there, King getting side by side with us, but we come through for P7 at the end of the day there. Really, really happy with that, and to be honest, we might not have deserved it, but luck was on our side today.
So another fantastic victory for Dams today. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
I think this race was won thanks to the tire management. You have to remember, it's not just about going as fast as you can. It's about consistency. It's about maintaining your speed over an entire race distance. So being able to keep the lap time competitive while still respecting the tires, that's where they won today.
And I can see our drivers making their way out now. It's been a sublime team performance, and it's the culmination of a lot of hard work. Dams are your winners today. After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a good result for Mick Schumacher, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
Alex, let's give it to Mahevia Raghunathan. He gained so many positions during the race. He deserves it.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams Championship. Dams move further ahead at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, Arden's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. Goodbye for now then, but we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
So there we are then, the end of the F2 feature race here from Monza. And what a crazy race it was in the end there. And even crazier than that was Davide Valsecchi giving Mahir Raghunathan the driver of the day as well there. But it was Latifi who takes home the W by just 0.3 of a second over Louis Delatraz there. Hubert comes through for a very solid P3 ahead of Giotto. Sete Camera, Jack Aitken, myself and Jordan King round out the top 8, and that'll be our reverse grid. We'll be second off the start of the race tomorrow. Matsushita and Nick De Vries did pick up that final points paying position there ahead of Ilott, Giuliano Alesi, Raghunathan, Correa, Galeal, Calderon, Boccalacci, Mazepin, and then Zhou and Bosheng both not making it through to the end of the Grand Prix there. In terms of the championship, we extend our lead over Nick De Vries by just 1 point there, now up to 48 as we head in towards the second race of the weekend there. Latifi jumps back past Hubert, Delatraz jumps back past Jordan King as well, and in the team standings, well, we've lost a lot of points to Dams in that race weekend there, but Arden jump past MP Motorsport as well further down the order. But yeah, we need to have a bit of a miracle with Galeal inside the final couple of rounds of this championship. Thank you all so much for watching though nonetheless. Hopefully I will see you guys next time back here for the F2 sprint race here from the Italian Grand Prix. I'm sure that one is going to be very, very crazy as well. Obviously, if you guys are new around here and you did enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe. Obviously, if you didn't enjoy it, you know where that button is as well at the end of the day. But yeah, obviously go and check out my other channels as well if you're interested in either more league racing or some random games as well. But yeah, that'll do us for this one then, guys, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.